It's to get the Cowboys 2 good games to hopefully understand that they need to go receiver and go high with this next pick.
Yeah, yeah, that's really what this is gonna be about.
All right, you're looking live at Father and Son Cowboys and Sports Talks. I'm the host, DJ I Tell You What, aka Cowboy Jules. I'm joined with my dad, co-host, Cowboy Joe, also known as Cowboy Joe 64 on Twitter. And we are back with our episode of Double Barrel Dallas Cowboy Draft Talk. And so you wanna say what's up and jump right in it?
What's up to the people? Appreciate you guys joining. I'm gonna put this link in there right quick. You go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of talk lately in the media and about the Cowboys doing moving up in the draft, and so moving up in the draft, and it's a lot of people that's thinking that Caleb Downs might end up falling to us, and that these other teams are going to pass up on him. So because of an injury scare, and so that's pretty much what we've been hearing. They keep talking about the Cowboys moving up and moving up. When to me, I just don't think this is the draft to do that. You really, these other teams, in my opinion, like the Ravens and the Eagles and a lot of the other good drafting teams, Detroit, they just sit back and hang around and they pick. They just pick a good player and they roll with it. You know, this mentality of uh this mentality of we have to get this one player in this draft that's gonna just make everything take us over the hump. To me, it's just outplayed, it's overrated, and that's how you get yourself in a trick bag. You just really want to just stay where you at and draft good players. You want to, I do get the moving up to make sure that you nail the pick, but in this draft, it's just not that many players like that that's gonna just make that much of an impact on your team to change everything. Um, these edge rushers to me, they're not like, I hate to keep bringing everything back to Micah, but I mean, like, none of these pass rushers compare. They don't even compare. It's like they don't compare at all. Like none of these pass rushers are anything like Micah Parsons was coming out of college. They're just not. They're just not nowhere near. So, it's just like some of these receivers. These receivers in this draft, they not good as CD was coming out of the draft. They don't even get close. So it's just like, what I'm saying? I mean, and you can just go position to position. The only person that you could say maybe close to a star out of the draft is Jeremiah Love. He looks like he could be one of those guys that, you know, but then when you think about it, this is like, is Jeremiah Love coming out of college? Is he better than Jahmyr Gibbs? Because he ain't better than Bijan. So is he better than Jahmyr Gibbs coming out of college? That's a comparison. But even in that draft, he was the second best.
Yeah, he will be third behind Gibbs.
Exactly. So to me, like I said, saying that right there, this is just one of them drafts where it's just like, unfortunately for the Cowboys, if you did your homework a long time ago and you just stayed in where you at and picked a good player, you wouldn't be going through this. You just drafted Donovan Izaraku last year. So so you just need to stay and pick a good player and and stop trying to just make these guys better than what they are. I mean, if Caleb Downs falls to us, that'll be great. I would take him and move on. That's what the Eagles would do. That's what the Ravens would do. They would just take him and move on. And if he's not there, they just pick the best player available, no matter what the position is, and move on. That's what I think they should do.
So I've seen a couple of things. And I also heard today, and you were like this, that during the draft when Gibbs was drafted, what year that was?
Yeah.
The Cowboys liked him; they were going to pick him. That's what I heard today.
Oh, yeah. If was a fifth.
Yeah, and so look, I think Downs and Bain might fall to you, but what I'm gonna do if they get close, I might just move up for Downs And there's some scenarios where you could trade up to 6 or 8, and then you'll have 8 and 29. So if that's the case, you just take downs at 8. You draft in 29th instead of 20. And honestly, what I would do, I would just take Anthony Hill and keep it moving. If you like Rodriguez better, then at 29, just take Rodriguez. So you come out of this draft with Downs and Rodriguez. Now, what I would also do, I'm gonna throw this in. I'm still trying to get Jordan Brooks. So if you come out of this draft with Jordan Brooks, you come out of the draft and you got Jordan Brooks and Caleb Downs, and then whoever you're gonna take at 29, man, you're cooking. So I would
Jordan
say,
Brooks, Caleb Downs, Mesdor,
yeah,
Jordan Brooks, Caleb Downs, my guy from McCoy,
you could go Falk if you want to do that.
Falk, McCoy, what's the other cornerback from Tennessee?
Hood.
Yeah, Hood, Colton Hood, is that his name?
I like Colton Hood. Now, what I would do, from what I'm hearing, if you were just rating the players, I think I heard that McCoy, Delane, if Savon Ravel was healthy and he was in this draft, he would be behind everybody we mentioned except Hood. I think him and Hood are touching tags, but Delane will be ahead of him. McCoy, if he's healthy, will be ahead of Ravel. So
I just really haven't heard any content creators just come out and flat out say it, like you did on y'all's OG podcast the other day. But the bottom line is, and I'll just repeat what you said, and Kels is not gonna like this. That's what you said. No, they just haven't done a good job in drafting, man. They just haven't done a good job in drafting. They haven't done a good job at drafting in a long time. It's not just like, oh, they had a
so
bad couple years. You can literally, now we supposed to do this. It's gonna take a lot of time and effort, but you can
yeah,
literally
we
go
need to
to
go through each draft.
you can
We
literally go to some of these drafts and be like, bro, we didn't like there wasn't a single player in
mhm.
this draft that we were able to use. Not one. You can do that. You can do that. There's drafts where you can go to us, like the draft with I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
can
try
do
to fix this green screen again.
all right, you can do Taco Tristan Hill. You can do Mozzie, Scoon. You got drafts where they just totally just messed up the entire draft. You don't have a single person out this draft besides a one-off that was a fifth round pick like Deron Bland that you gonna get every now and then. But it ain't like they did the homework and was so impressed by Deron Bland that they picked him. That ain't what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's several drafts that we can go to where it's just like, instead of you picking a top 100 pick, instead of you picking a top 60 pick,
Hmm.
instead of you picking a top 50 pick, you pick somebody that was ranked 200. And just like it's just like what like so I mean like this happens quite a bit. It's actually at this point we kind of almost expect for it to happen. We be like the Cowboys. That's what we say. We say we gonna go for this player. We think they should pick this player. They're gonna have all these players that they can pick from, and every year they pick somebody that we ain't never heard of. And these ain't like picks that we talking about. They ain't never heard of in the fifth and sixth round. These is like second round picks that we ain't never heard of, which is like crazy when we are studying Tankathon and we know pretty much all 100 players, and they take somebody that's not on there. So did you go to settings and then change it?
I went to settings and it's not really dumb. I may have to go in and go out and come back in. Let me try one more time. But
Yeah.
when we get our new, I'm looking forward to our new setup because I'm not gonna have a green screen at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to just do our show where we actually pull up each draft and look at it.
Yeah, we gotta do that because I mean it's gonna speak volumes.
We gotta get that show in before the draft.
Yeah, so what are they? So somebody made an interesting comment today. They said how much different the NFL would be if they moved the draft in February, right after the Super Bowl. That would be
Why
interesting
would that be a good idea?
because it'll stop teams from overthinking. It'll stop teams from being able to just look at these players for like a year and then draft them. They will have to like the Super Bowl is going on. Your scouts are working. Now it's time to draft. It won't be a whole
Yeah.
bunch of coaches involved and a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that. It'll just be the scouting department, and you have to trust your scouting department. And when February comes, Super Bowl
So
and draft.
let me ask you this. So this draft week we got coming up. Do you think Christian Parker has a big voice in what we're doing? And
Yeah.
what do you think they're gonna? How much leeway are they gonna give him? You think?
Uh, yes, I think they're gonna give it to Shoddy, and I think Shoddy is gonna give it to uh Christian Parker. They're
Mhm.
desperate at this point, and on top of that, on top of them being desperate, they like to play the blame game. So they're gonna make sure that they let it be known that hey, Shoddy's running this thing, and Shoddy is gonna do the right thing, and he's gonna let Christian Parker coming in as a first time defensive coordinator. Shoddy knows how it feels to be a defensive. I mean, how it feels to be a first time coach, and he knows this. And, he grew up with it. His dad, and he was in his shoes. So he gonna do the nice thing, and he gonna say, "I'm gonna give you a gift, and the gift to start this thing off right. I'm trusting you." Cause I'm gonna give you the gift of having a say so in this, in this draft. We gonna pick your brain a little bit and let you do what you do. Your track record speaks for itself. You got all these guys that you always coach up. They always turn out good. So we gonna let you do what you do. You know, the focus is on the defense this year. We gotta flip the defense, and we're gonna use you to do that. So we're gonna give you the tools that you need to do that. And then, um, Jerry and them they gonna just let Shai do what he do until it falls down. If it falls down, then well, I shouldn't say till it falls down until it takes off. Now, once
Hmm.
it takes off and it's all great, then you'll see Jerry and you'll see Jerry start speaking and start saying things like we knew that we had to get Christian Parker in here. I seen something in him, all this kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I think that he gonna give Christian Parker the keys. I mean, anything if you do anything else, I mean, you just that what's the definition of insanity? If you keep doing something that has not worked,
Hmm.
so you can't do the same thing over and over. You gotta try something different. And right now, the hot hand and what's different is Christian Parker. So you gotta go for that.
So I think he would definitely be able to work with Downs. Bain, I'm still not convinced. If I had a choice between Bain and Downs, I'm taking Downs because Bain, I really like the way he plays. Uh, I also think it's a possibility that if you take Bain, there would just be games where he's going up against a Tyron Smith like tackle or what's the tackle from the 49ers, and
Yeah, I
it-
know. I don't know his name.
they may just lock him up, and then which can happen. We seen Michael. We had Michael for 4 or 5 years. There will be games where Michael will get locked up. So I just think Downs will be more effective. You can do more things with him,
And then
and
he's a more sexier pick.
well, he's a sexier pick, but he's a student of the game. He loves football. You can just watch him and just tell he puts in the extra work. So he knows the formation. So he knows what the offense is doing. So he would just be an excellent guy. He is Darren Woodson. People don't think that's a real thing. That's basically what Darren Woodson was. Darren Woodson was the quarterback out there. He was everywhere. And Darren Woodson put Roy Williams in the Pro Bowl a couple of times.
Well,
So
here's the thing. My thing with Caleb Downs. I hope that what I said earlier happens, but I think that um, great football minds will prevail. You won't be there.
you think Downs doesn't make it?
Mm-mm.
So let me look at Tankathon, see where he's
You got
going.
Dan Quinn up there picking.
Now Tankathon today, They got him going to the Bengals at 10. So if he gets to 9, I think you got to move up and get him.
Yeah. Who Tankathon got us taking besides who they got us?
So
Thieneman?
they got us taking Thieneman, which is kind of high. Then they got us taking, it's easy for people to put Messador and Falk to us. It's like every mock draft I've seen. Well, not every mock draft, but most of them are at 20. They just sliding in Messador or somebody like Falk. But like I said, I saw a thing today where I think it was Outlaw. I really like to follow him. Shout out to Outlaw. He had the Cowboys getting downs, and I think the second pick, I think it might have been Anthony Hill, and then you sign Brooks. Let me go back and see what Outlaw posted. I really like to follow him.
So you got CJ Allen out there.
Okay, now in Outlaw's post, okay, so he had the Cowboys with Downs, Messador, and then you sign Brooks. That's a terrific haul right there. I told him if you get Downs, Brooks, and Messador, that's NFC Championship game right there.
Yeah. If you get Downs, Brooks, and Messador, yeah, you just flipped it. You flipped the whole defense in one off season.
Yeah, you cooking. You got Jalen Thompson, you got, of course, Quinnen, Kenny Clark. I like the signing that we had last week. He was a defensive tackle. I can't think of his name, but
Got
on
Rashawn
paper,
Gary.
no, not Rashawn Gary. He's a tackle, huge
Not
guy.
Rashawn Gary. Yeah.
But on paper, if they kind of do what they need to do, it's going to be hard to run the ball on us. But we're always going to be that team that we can't stop the run until we actually do it.
Yeah, and he's a and we would go from a defense that was just like off the charts and rushing a passer and causing confusion and getting interceptions to a more balanced defense. You won't be able to run the ball on us effectively. You won't be able to pass it effectively. It'll just be more balanced. It'll be bend but don't break. Because it'll be more balanced. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be like, but the bottom line is you just want to have, like, how like all those years we would just say, man, Kellen don't have no like Kellen and Mike McCarthy, they don't have no like attack. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no attack. It's just like they just go out there and just run plays. But this year we kind of seen like, I don't know if it was Shoddy or Dak, but it was just like, it was certain games to where it was just like, man, the only way we gonna win this game is if they throw the ball to Pickens. That's it. They just got to throw the ball to
you call those games track meet games, and the reason it's a track meet, I heard Vosh and some other guys talking about this today. It's a track meet because your defense, you just don't have. Remember the Detroit game? It was a track meet, and we just couldn't keep up. Our defense was just like, Eberflus could have just stayed at the hotel.
Yeah.
And they scored 45, and we had like 35, but it wasn't enough.
Just couldn't keep up.
So this year, you got to flip that defense with the type of players that we're talking about. And those guys, I saw a little bit of Emmett's interview.
He said if this team right here just gets to the 20th best defense, you're in the playoffs and you can do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like I said, it really, the defense was so bad last year that it took away from Dak's and CD's greatness on what they accomplished and what they did. I was watching highlights last year. I mean, a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, of Dak Prescott highlights of best pass of the previous season. I mean, now granted it is highlights, but it's just like you cannot ask for a better quarterback than the way he performed last year. The way he performed last year was really good. And the offense is just like, it wasn't no whole bunch of like side guessing and stuff like that. It was just like, man,
They,
they
they
was
did
lighting
they
people
did
up.
good. They good. Offense was good enough for us to win 10 or 11 games.
They was lighting people up. And George Pickens is like, he was unstoppable in a lot of games. They just didn't have no answer for him.
Well, they ain't got an answer for him or CD. You got Flournoy doing his thing. So I think if you think about the Rams, the Lions, the 49ers, they have a pretty consistent offense. They know, they're going to just show up and do their thing. And so I think that's where the Cowboys are right now offensively. We know we got the weapons. We can run the ball. The number 2 running back needs to be looked at this draft too. I think I don't know about what's our guy from Texas. People just talk about him all the time, which I don't get. Blue.
Uh,
I don't get the whole Blue conversation. It's like he was a 5th round pick. We spending way too much time on a 5th round pick, but I mean I get it. But the point is, you'll be able to upgrade. So I think at the moment we got 3 5th round picks. Those are like valuable picks. It's going to be somebody in the 5th round that should have been in the 4th round, especially like running backs. So just grab a running back, and he'll
and
be
if you want
solid.
to do a solid, you can just combine a couple of them picks and go up and get a running back. If you're gonna get a running back, you know what I mean. But
Yeah,
you have to do it like that. You can't go up there and pick Shamar James.
yeah. That's a terrible decision.
Yeah.
It was a running back. The name escapes me at the moment, but he was right there. He was a 4th round value, and they traded up to get Shamar James. Shamar James, he may not even play this year.
It's like they scared of the position almost. You know what I mean? It's just like they just it's just like I mean it's just like on your team, why wouldn't you take a running back all these years? It's just like ever since Zeke, they haven't took a running back.
Well, that's what Jimmy would be doing. Jimmy would literally go to the running back coach. Jimmy would go to the player and say, "We trying to upgrade here. We trying to put you off the team." He would tell your guy Javante, "Okay, we like you, but trust me, I'm trying to find somebody that's gonna push you down a roster." That's what he would be doing. So that's what they need to do because now Javante, he needs somebody to come in and
Yeah,
take some of
yeah.
the load off.
And this hasn't been said either, but Javante needs somebody to come push him down the roster. Javante shouldn't, in my opinion, Javante shouldn't be the lead back. He should be the back that you put in when you need maturity at the position. When we in the trenches and when we need stuff to get done, when we need somebody to, that can't mess this up. If it's a yard or two that needs to be got, Javante gonna get it. If we're in the game and we know Javante knows this whole set, he gonna pass it. But we also need that wild card in there. That book that not that we need that Bucky Irvin. We need that we need Jameer Gibbs to the Lions to the guy that they traded. We need the Jameer Gibbs, to somebody in there like that, Bucky Irvin, somebody in there like that, to where they can just
Mhm.
say, okay, when this guy's in there, this guy can take it to the house at any given time. Really, they
Yep.
want to see that. Really, they would rather see.
Now there's some talk that Tony Potter's gonna get released. I would be interested.
I would be interested, but
You need
me
somebody like that.
need somebody like that for sure. I would be interested, but again, I'm under the pretense to where it's just like, I don't want no release players no more. I don't want no hurt players no more. I want straight ballers. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody that everybody want that we can get for the low, like how we got George Pickens for the low. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
we got him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want him. You know what I'm saying? It was a dream. Like when we get if we got him, case closed, and that's what happened. We got
Well,
him,
that's
and
so Jordan Brooks is that player this year, this
on
offseason.
defense. But I'm looking for an offensive weapon like that can actually be in the backfield like that. At any given moment, can just be like, I'm taking over right now, and this is my
And
game.
so I haven't ruled out myself at 12. If you get washed out, Bain, Downs are gone, Love, I would absolutely take Sadiq, the tight end.
Yeah, I
I
would too,
would.
but they not gonna do that. Me personally, I wouldn't move up for nobody but Jeremiah Love. I wouldn't move up for Caleb Downs. I would move up for
Ooh,
Jeremiah Love. That's who.
I would move up for Downs. When I say
They,
move up, you just moving up. You still got your second pick.
Well, I
You
do that for downs too, but that's only but the person that I really, really, really want them to pick is Jeremiah Love. That's who I want them to pick because I know that changes everything. You got to deal with when we get off the bus, the defense is gonna be stacked. We gonna go get Jordan Brooks. You take Mesidor at 20, or you take Keldrick Falk at 20. You good now. Defense is flipped. Now you could now we getting off the bus and we got Jeremiah Love,
he's a
CD.
no-brainer. I just don't think he gets to 12.
I would move up and get him
Yeah.
because it's just like what do you do? What do you do when you got those two guys out coming out of the backfield?
You going up to get Love is like you drafting Zeke for Romo, but I just think I don't think they'll do it.
And then it's not like you drafting Zeke because he's not he wouldn't even be the all around. You got him for 5 years and he's gone.
Yeah,
You ain't
when
gotta
you
stop.
draft a running back, you're not looking at him for a second contract, but
So you do that, you know what I'm saying?
he's
Because
comparable to Zeke to me.
he changes your offense. He makes your already good offense better. But
Mm.
it's some other cats out there that can do that too at the running back position. All these running backs be good. You just gotta put them in the right position.
So I'm gonna look
Like
at the big board here. Let me see who we got. You got Jeremiah Love. Now, Jadarian Price is his backup on with Notre Dame. I watched him. He was good. He was good. He was nice.
you need Jadarian Price to come in for our guy.
And then you got Mike Washington Jr. Now I'm familiar with Jonah Coleman and Emmett Johnson, the running back from Washington.
Mhm.
Emmett Johnson is the running back from Nebraska. They're all good. So 103. What round is that? Let me see. I do my math. That's fourth round, right?
Yeah, 103 would be the third round.
I think 103 is the fourth round. So you do 30, 30.
59. Yeah, fourth round, something like that.
So if you got a fourth round pick and he's there, you cooking. You just get you a back right there. That's what they should have done the last few years. They had a chance to draft a back down there and they didn't do it. Let's go ahead and do a couple mock drafts and we're going to bounce.
Yeah. Let's see.
See, we're going to do the OG podcast tomorrow. Check with the guys. Then me and you, we do the OG on Friday. We can come back on Saturday. We do OG on Saturday night. We flexible. So what you looking at the mock drafts?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up.
We on a countdown. I mean, we getting close. These
2 weeks.
days are going fast.
So
I
let's
take
see.
my glasses off so I can counter see.
I
Let me
mean,
make my screen.
I want to do one where we just not doing no trade offers, and then we can come back and do the trade offers.
The no trade situation is that's real. That could happen.
Yeah, so let's just reject these.
This is that kind of draft.
Yeah, and this right here is really this is probably what will happen, to be honest. So right here you got David Bailey, Ruben Baines, Sonny Styles, Jeremiah Love, Arvell Reese, Jordan Tyson, Jeremiah McCoy, Caleb Downs. They're all gone. You got wiped out. The only ones that's left is Mansour Delane, Makai Lemon, and Dylan Thieneman, and they're gonna take Mansour Delane.
Oh, that now this happens, and this will be a great scenario for them.
Yeah,
Delane is he's an immediate starter.
immediate. Yeah, that's who you
So
would
you're
take.
not you didn't get washed out here.
Well, you take Mansour Delane. He's the only one left.
Yep.
So you take Mansour Delane, and then right here, I'm rejecting all of these. I know what I would do right here. The first person on the board is Kenyon Sadiq.
I think they like Peter Woods.
We just
You
got
got
that guy.
Spencer Fernald. I mean, you got some good players here though,
Yeah,
man.
Spencer Fernald, yeah.
Omar
I would
Cooper
take,
Jr.
yeah,
All of these. So who would you take? You got
I would take
KC
Kenyon
Conception
Sadiq.
on there. Oof.
Yeah, yeah. I would take Kenyon Sadiq.
Okay, I don't think they would, but we can go for it. I think they would take either Peter Woods or
or Mesidor.
Mesidor is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would definitely take Mesidor. You gotta do that. So yeah, that's what
Mhm.
they gonna do. So we pretending we're the Cowboys here.
All right.
Then your next pick is your third round pick.
Yeah.
If they got Mansour Delane and Massador, they're celebrating.
Yeah, and then you got Emmett Johnson right here and Jonah
Running
Coleman.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking Johnson. This is like a dream scenario.
Yeah. And this might happen, but you know, the dream part is what they would do.
Hey, so do we have a fourth round pick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So who you got right here?
Malik Muhammad.
Ooh, Malik Muhammad is there. Just yeah, we cooking. You got Malik Muhammad. You take him right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you took the lane, but you just taking the
You,
best player.
yeah. And now your draft, you got Mansour Delane, Mesidor, Emmett Johnson, and Malik Muhammad. That's an A+
Man,
draft.
yeah, you cooking. And some of the guys, the content creators, they want to get rid of Bland. They want to, you know, they out on Bland. In this scenario right here, you can move on from Bland after next year,
Yeah, I
or
mean, you
try
can't be
to.
mad at people because I mean, Bland has been hurt.
Yep. So that's kind of what's
It's just
happening.
the truth.
You're gonna do one more with no trades. Oh, let's do one where you pick at 12 and then you trade 20.
All right.
See how this fall. I want to see who went where too.
I don't know. I need to make it go fast. Let me see. Pick at 12 and trade at 20.
So let's see
Sonny
who's here.
Styles is there, so
Oh man, yeah. This is like you might want to even start this one over because that ain't happening.
yeah.
But we'll take this one no matter what. But yeah, you Sonny Styles for the 12. You would probably just you would take Styles and then your next picks you would just call the grandkids in.
hmm
They already in the room anyway.
Caleb Downs is there.
Oh yeah, just we're taking him. You want to trade down from 20?
Uh, you can give up 20 and 218 for 41 to 72. Yeah, let's do that.
So you
41 to 72. Or you can trade back. What? Yeah, because let's do 41 to 72.
okay? So we got downs. Now we're not picking again till 42.
41. And right now, Jacob Rodriguez is there. Avion Terrell is there.
You taking Rodriguez, and you celebrating.
I mean,
Now we're in the third round.
yeah. If they had, they might. I mean, I would probably pick Avion Terrell if I got Jordan Brooks right there. I would take Avion Terrell. That gives you your inside corner.
Instead of who?
Jacob Rodriguez, because you got Jordan Brooks.
I mean, if you
But
had Jordan Brooks in that scenario, you're taking Terrell. You're on the mark right there.
all right, so on this one, you got this is round 372nd pick. You got Jordan Price is here. You got Julian Neal, he's there. You got Skylar Bell, the Yukon receiver. But you got uh the best player is Jordan Price.
And he's a what?
I mean Jadarian Price.
Running back?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would take him. That's the backup running back for Notre Dame. I mean, he okay.
Yeah.
Uh, then this our last. We got 92.
Mm-hmm.
We can reject that.
And we can reject that, but we're gonna get out of here because we don't know who these guys are. Oscar Delp, the tight end from Georgia, Julian Neal, Demetrius Crownover.
I've heard a lot about Eli Stowers. I've been hearing some good things about him, so I would take him.
I've been hearing good things about Crownover too, the Texas A&M offensive tackle.
I mean,
But
you can take him.
yeah,
Eli Stowers.
yeah, I'll take Eli Stowers. I think that's gonna be it. Oh no, we still got some more. Let's see.
The running back
Derek,
from Nebraska is still there. Go back up. That's the guy.
Emmett Johnson. But you just took uh Jadarian Price.
Yeah, man. We just going best player, but we got offensive tackle. I'm just taking Emmett Johnson. I don't really see any other way around that.
All right. So you got the overall draft grade was an A minus. You got Caleb Downs, Jacob Rodriguez, Jadarian Price, Eli Stowers, and Emma Johnson. And you picked up a 2022 Cincinnati second round pick.
So realistically, if they were in this draft room, they probably would do something else with Emmett Johnson. But he's just a great value right there. But yeah, this would be just
Another
crazy
dream,
draft.
another dream scenario, because we're just using logic.
Click on Eli Stowers highlights. I've been hearing a lot about him. I'm trying to push. I'm trying to get another tight end and trying to push
Jake Ferguson.
Schoon. Well, I'm trying to push Schoon and other guy down the roster. We need something else at tight end. If Ferguson is having one of these games where he just kind of like off the reservation,
This guy is Ferguson. They look alike
I've been hearing a lot about him.
because he really a receiver.
Yeah, he trying to do some things. He's not a catch and fall down guy. This is what they thought Schoon was supposed to be. Schoon ain't that. He just not, bro.
No, this guy right here is Ferguson.
Yeah, this would be a nice pickup. I've heard a lot about him.
I hope they get him. He lining up in the slot every time. He ain't lining up at tight end yet. Look
Yeah,
at their formation. He lining up. They doing the 3 wide, and he's the third person on every play. So he running routes. He ain't just lining up with his hand in the ground.
and he comes in, he competes. He's trying to push somebody down the roster. Schoon, I can't even think of the other guy's name. He's a
We
good
have another
blocker.
guy.
Yeah, he's a good blocker. Big guy. Tight end.
Jake Ferguson.
Brevin Span Ford.
Brevin Span Ford, yeah. Oh yeah, he is a great blocker.
But Brevin Span Ford needs to be your third tight end. Schoon needs to be your fourth, and looking for trying to hang on the roster.
Dang, did you see him on that play? I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah, he nice.
He got up out of there. Yeah, Brevin Span Ford, man.
Should have cut back right there.
It'll be
Yeah.
some games I'll be watching Brevin Span Ford, and I'll be just thinking he gonna knock somebody out.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy you want to have on your team. But I just think you need to upgrade the pass catch and the running ability. And Brevin Span Ford, it's his third year. I think last year he was on his way to being a number 2. Then he got hurt in camp. They really just set him back.
Yeah, because he was
But
in that Philly game, he was dogging some people out.
but yeah, you want to just upgrade the room, put another guy in there, and Schoon.
Vanderbilt.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice having you, fam. 23 draft.
I mean, they got rid of Mozzie.
We'll catch y'all on the next one.
They got rid of Mozzie. They need to get rid of School.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Like, how did you even make it on the team, fam? What were they thinking?
Well, they were gonna take Overshawn in the second round, but they had to address the tight end thing because somebody, I think it was McCarthy, they just wanted a tight end. They were like, okay, here you go, a tight end, just take one. And that's how you screw up your draft.
And then they was trying to get what's the name? He went to Buffalo though.
Kincaid,
Mhm.
and they like Laporta. Mozzie should have been Laporta, and then they really probably could have got Laporta and came back and got Mozzie. And I don't think Mozzie would have. He may have made it to the second round. I don't know, but yeah, that they really blew it.
That whole draft.
And then they was talking about the tight end so much that Buffalo knew they wanted a tight end. They jumped in front of them to take Kincaid.
Like they doing Caleb Downs right now.
Cowboys, I would give them credit. Right now, they haven't said a whole lot to me. What you know what they're doing? That's interesting. They was talking about it today on the show. I watched. Shout out to Lisa Morrison and still. Cowboys might be setting this up to where they can take McCoy. They may be just putting out, information. They don't really like him. They don't want to take a hurt player.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a smoke screen, and they taking McCoy. We'll see. Because last year we can talk about this before we bounce. Last year they wanted Tet, but they knew Tet wasn't going to fall to him, so they had a plan, and their plan was to take Booker. So this year they're probably saying that Bain and Downs will not be there, so they're just going to take McCoy. I think that's a realistic possibility.
And if they do that, that's great.
Yeah, then you just gotta hope that when the season start, he'll be good on that knee.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just,
I mean, he performed excellent.
If he's healthy, he's a starter. You're starting him.
Yeah,
you're starting him and Bland.
Yeah, if he's healthy, and then he's a shutdown corner.
And then you let Ravel come in and just kind of do his thing. You ready to bounce?
Yeah, and I think Ravel is going to be good up under CP. So that's what I think. But yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap up. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna make sure that y'all do the OG podcast. All right, thank you. Make sure you do the OG podcast and tomorrow, and then we'll come back Saturday if they do it tomorrow, or we'll come back Sunday after that if they do it on Saturday. So yeah, the draft is near. We got 2 more weeks to go, and so we also getting ready to do our new layout here in a couple of weeks. So we got big things coming. So just pay attention and make sure you put your likes and notifications on. We on every platform: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We on everything. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.